What's new this month at Rogers Railroad Junction? As promised, our Christmas stock is starting to arrive, with the festive spirit sure to brighten any holiday display. Box sets are a big item here, as always, and come in a variety of scales to fit any space. From large G-scale sets suitable for outdoor running in your yard display, to diminutive N-scale sets perfect for decorating a bookshelf or curio niche. And of course, HO and ON3 sets to fill the gaps in between. And for those who are really into the spirit of the season, miniature holiday village elements are available, just in case trains alone aren't enough for your ambitions. And following right along with the Christmas spirit this month, we have coal hoppers, for those whose behavior was less than exemplary this year. With 4 cars on offer from Athern's acclaimed ready-to-roll line, we've got bathtub coal gondolas leading the list. Developed part and parcel with the advent of rotary dumpers, bathtub gondolas eliminate equipment such as unloading gates and chutes from the traditional hopper design, creating a reduced tare weight and increased load capacity. Overall, it's a more efficient design for transporting large quantities of everyone's favorite naughty list gift. Then there's the first cousin of the bathtub gon, the Beth Gon Coal Porter. Built by Johnstown, America starting in the early 1990s, coal porters represent something of an evolutionary advance from the bathtub concept, adding innovations such as aluminum construction for an even greater reduction of tare weight, and a reinforced double fish belly design. Also available in Athern's Primed for Grime lineup, featuring pre-faded paint and surface treatments for that realistic weather-beaten look. Turning to more traditional forms of coal conveyance, 34-foot 2-bay hoppers. One of the first cars to incorporate automated handling in its design, hoppers first appeared at the dawn of the 20th century, and have evolved substantially during the ensuing decades. These particular cars feature an offset slope along their upper sides, reinforcing what had previously been one of the weaker elements of the car's structure. But progress didn't stop there, as demands for greater capacity and efficiency led to the development of 40-foot 3-bay hoppers. Essentially a stretch version of the 34-foot offset car, this genesis of the classic design featured an expanded capacity and longitudinal reinforcing ribs across its entire length. Specialty features include a removable load and multiple numbers for each road name, while more typical RTR features such as metal wheels, knuckle couplers, wire grab irons, and optimized weighting are present on all models mentioned here. And then we have the motive power department, which has expanded this month with the recent delivery of GP38 and GP40s from Genesis. Somewhat counterintuitively, the Jeep 40 actually predates its numeric predecessor. Boasting a 3,000 horsepower turbocharged diesel block, its production run began in November of 1965 and would ultimately see over 1,200 units delivered. It would be joined less than a year later by the Jeep 38, which featured the same 16-cylinder engine block, but lacked a turbocharger. This gave the 38 superior fuel economy to the 40, but at the cost of a full third of its original horsepower. Nothing in this life is free, after all. Featuring full end detail with cut levers and MU hoses, modified light packages depending on prototype specifics and the era being represented, treaded walkways, detailed roofs with appropriate turbo and non-turbo exhaust vents, working Mars lights, and, where applicable, working emergency lights. Oh, and there's also a Tsunami brand digital sound and control system as well. And moving on up to 6-axle power, we have SD40M-2s. Featuring an ESU look-sound decoder with dual speakers, this is an exceptional model, even by Genesis standards. Other features include working ditch lights, end-mounted anti-climbers, sand lines and an authentic speedometer cable, appropriate horns and radio antenna, and Athearn's reliable 5-pole skew-wound motor with dual flywheel driveline. Rebuilt from older SD45s, these locomotives were derated from 3,600 horsepower to 3,000 when operational analytics showed that the extra power generated by their V20 blocks was simply not worth the added fuel consumption. The solution was therefore to remove 4 cylinders, effectively turning an SD45 back into one of the SD40s that it had originally evolved from. And finally, it's the season to give tanks with tank train articulated sets, also from Genesis. Debuting in the 1970s, the tank train concept sought to reduce long load and unload times by connecting multiple cars together via semi-permanent hose couplings. Under such a system, a single worker hooking up a suction hose at one end and a nitrogen injection hose at the other, to help push the product through the line, could unload an entire 90-car train in under 5 hours. Built with features that included flexible hose couplings for between the cars and a full set of plumbing and safety placards, see-through mesh catwalks and RP25 contoured metal wheels are all present. Available both in original billboard livery with the trademarked name prominently displayed, and a later version with more subdued lettering. All in all, a solid start to the holiday season. So drop on by and get in the spirit here at Rogers Railroad Junction today.